Hey guys, we're back with another back workout. I'm here with my best friend Josh. He's going to be joining me for the voiceover because he can explain things a little bit better than I can.
I can try. Well, these are, you saw in the last video, these are our lat activations. Basically, we're using the lats to contract the shoulders down, and then we're pulling really hard and shortening that lat because the lat has like two uses. It pulls down the arm and then it also contracts it around the body, and that's what we're doing here. Just getting them all activated so they're firing,
lubricated,
all that.
percolated.
Just getting them so they're going to be ready to fire properly on every single other back movement that we do the rest of the workout. And you don't use very much weight because this isn't an exercise we're doing to grow our lats, just getting them firing. And then again, same exercise as the last
Same
back video,
exercise as the last one.
because we're really boring and we do the same things over and over again. That's sort of how bodybuilding works.
We did the same exercise today as well.
Yes, but we did it heavier.
Heavier, I did 2 plates.
Hashtag progressive overload.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is the same thing. Pulling that shoulder blade down and contracting really hard. And it doesn't really look like you're bringing your arm that far back, but when you're using the lat right off the bat, it just, that rhymed.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Spitting verses here. This is a workout video.
This is
All right, Mr. Showoff wanted me to film his all of his plates.
Trying to look cool for YouTube.
He did more. He did more today. He did 5 plates today.
Yeah. This is a very awkward movement to get started because the weight's so heavy and you try to step back with it, especially when you're using straps and you're kind of locked in. And there's me just biting my bottom lip off.
I should do a close-up on your face.
Yeah, this is a very, very difficult movement when you get it down right. It's perfectly braced. And the exercise profile is just so good. It's very, very heavy at the very beginning, and then it lightens up just a little bit as you start getting weaker at that contracted position. Me giving myself a little head nod and then rocketing back. And then we moved over to dead stop T-bar rows. Now this movement, it's really good because you're most of the time you're controlling the weight, and then you're allowing it to stop fully from the ground so you can initiate with the lats and then pull hard.
So you stop the inertia.
Stop the inertia. Toss around big words there.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can actually, because normally when people do T-bar rows, they're using a lot of leg drive and things like that. And you'll notice we both do use a little bit of leg drive, but it's not really taking away from our lats doing the work. We're not kind of hopping with our legs.
We're not squatting the weight.
Yeah. And then I did a little bit of a different version, I guess, of the same thing.
He just adds some deadlifts at the end.
You hit failure with the rows, and then you do some deadlifts and really use those lats to pull those shoulders back at the top of the deadlift to really hammer out that back thickness. And I also felt like puking for every single rep. Pretty much the whole workout.
The whole workout.
Had way too much caffeine.
He had 600 milligrams of caffeine.
Way too much.
And then he was like, "Oh, I don't feel good." Duh.
No surprise there. And then these deadlifts, it's not a lot of weight on there, but after doing the rows, it's pretty tiring. And here we did
Mr. Showoff has a plate plus the stack.
Trying to look cool for YouTube. This is just a typical machine row, but we're doing it for our lower traps. We're keeping our elbows high and really squeezing with just the scapula, trying to keep our lats out of it to build up that upper back thickness. And we did a rest pause here, which suck. Basically, you just hit absolute failure with the weight, then we took a 20-second break, and then hit failure, and then did a 20-second break and hit failure. And it really sucks. It's really tiring, as you can tell by my face. Puts you in a lot of pain. Kind kind of looking up to Jesus there for some strength to finish out the set.
And then you're counting for yourself because I was just...
Yeah, Tessa can't count past 10, so pretty much useless there. And then this is like the hardest one. I don't know why. The first one's always the easiest. The second one just seems to be the worst, and then the last one, you only do like 2 or 3 reps. And then, yeah, it's nice to have some straps because, especially when you get going pretty heavy, your grip tends to really give out, and then your biceps take over the movement. And we're trying to minimize that.
I never use straps. Maybe that's why my arms are so big.
That's probably why my arms are so tiny.
There you go. So
there we go. Problem solved. If you have small arms, don't use straps. But yeah, that's a painful set.
And then there's me.
And it's Tessa's turn.
I sit down and I immediately go, Jesus!
Yeah. You can tell again by her face that this is
not
very
easy.
painful, and this is just the first round of the rest pause.
I'm looking up to the heavens.
Some strength to drive, to push through the set. Again. Nice. Let's go. There we go. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Trying.
20,
Look at the look I give. I'm like, are you done?
As you can see, she wasn't counting for herself because
nope,
she
you were counting
count
for me.
past 10, so I had to count for her. Come on, Tessa. Let's go again. Up. Yes. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
This is my last set.
Your last set.
I'm not gonna lie, these felt kind of awkward for me.
Yeah,
I
the
never.
C was too low for you.
Yeah, it's always too low for me. But I was hurting.
That's
Look
good.
at that face.
That's good. Yeah. Good.
Now
failure
some
right there.
girls look really good when they work out. Me?
That's because they don't go hard enough.
Me? Not so much.
How'd that feel? Just excellent.
Excellent.
And then we did a pull down variation. Instead of using just the close grip V handle, we grabbed 2 of the big D handles and attached them together. So you can...
Big D. I'm sorry, that's not very professional, but keep going.
So you can actually actively pull them apart to get a better better contraction. Now these are just warm-ups. This was her working set. Did we do 6x4 on this? Was it
Yes.
just straight set?
No, we did 6x4.
So we did our working sets were 6x4s. So what you do is you pick a weight that it's like a really hard 12 reps, and what you do is you do 6 sets of 4 reps. You do a 10-second break in between each set, and it doesn't really sound like much,
but it hurts.
but you get to about like set 3 and you start like wondering why you thought of doing that, and then moved over to wide grip cable pullovers to just really finish off the lats. Same sort of deal. You see me contracting my shoulder blades down, initiating with the lats first, and then using just the lats to really pull hard. And I was also very sweaty. There's one little dry spot on my love handles. Apparently they don't sweat, so that was why my shirt is...
You're literally a swamp.
Yeah, swamp. And that is failure right there.
Almost as much as I weigh again.
She's strong. Nice. This is Tessa set. She's basically doing the same amount of weight I did because I'm very weak. And then we finish off with rear delts. Just a typical reverse pec deck fly. keeping the elbows high in line with the rear delt. Trying to keep our traps out of it. Just using only rear delts in the movement. Because you can never have too big of rear delts. That's just not a thing.
It is not a thing. I don't even think in bikini you can have too big rear delts.
In absolutely zero class, it's a bad thing to have too big of rear delts. And then you don't look like the typical gym bro where you have like, you know, your shoulders
just
like
size.
protracted like to the front, and then you're all hunched over, and that's just not a good look.
You have to sculpt the 3D deltoids, yeah.
Which I don't have. So Tessa does.
And the big arms.
And the big arms. And then we did Tessa's favorite bicep movement, the incline dumbbell curl.
It's just such a good one because you don't have like you're not using anything else to bring the weight up.
Yes.
You can't jerk the weight up.
Yeah.
You can't like swing the weight up. You just hurt the weight up.
Yeah, hurt the weight up. Even when I'm like hitting failure on here, my upper arm's staying pretty still, and my the shoulders are locked in place. I kind of pinch my shoulder blades together and squeeze my lats to hold my upper arm still, just so the only movement's at the elbow.
Wait, you're curling 35s?
Something like that.
Is that 35?
Yeah, not a lot of weight. You see, like when you hit it with good form, you can't go super heavy.
Really? Because in the next clip, I'm curling 25s.
Well, not all of us have biceps.
And you're like 100 pounds more than I am.
More.
When I do this, I like to flex my tricep at the end. Like at the, well, kind of. At the bottom of the movement. Just so I get a full stretch in my bicep before I engage it again. I feel like this is one of my strongest movements.
Yeah. So like 10 pounds less than me.
Oh, and I get the squiggly vein.
The squiggles.
So epic. Alright guys, thank you for watching our workout and joining us for the voiceover. This is Josh, by the way. Actually, you guys already know who Josh is.
Maybe.
Okay, well, I'll see you all in the next video.
Thank you for watching.